Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about a movie I never thought I'd ever talk about on this show, which is Speed Racer. A little bit of history. As far as I can remember, because I haven't watched Speed Racer since like the 90s.
Oh, the original.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain that Speed Racer was an anime.
Yep, it was.
And it got dubbed over here, got really popular. They talked really fast, but I can't do it. But I remember watching it on and off in the 90s when I was like 5. And that's about my extent of Speed Racer knowledge.
Okay. No, I would watch it whenever it would come on TV, and I always had a fun time with it. Just the gadgets on the cars, and it was a silly show. Like you said, the fast talking, and
I don't remember any of the context.
No, I don't either. But I remember when I was little, I had fun with it.
I had no idea his name was actually Speed Racer.
You want to talk about the name game with this?
I thought that was a title. I didn't know that was actually his name. Okay.
Do you know his parents' names?
Racer something. I don't remember.
Well, yes, their last name is Racer. That is correct. No, his mom's name is actually Mom, and his dad's name is actually Pops. Those are their names.
Wow. Then Rex Racer, the brother. But
it's honestly the most normal name of the family.
It's so
the guy who's named after a dog.
Like fuck. So I didn't follow much of this at all. I honestly forgot this movie existed. And I wish it stayed that way. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh my god. Okay, well this is about to be our biggest disagreement yet, that's for sure.
Oh my god. So
you really have to stop watching movies first thing in the morning.
See, I don't know if it's that necessarily.
There seems to be this trend where you watch good movies in the morning and you come away from them with a negative opinion.
Oh
so
my god. Okay. This movie follows the story of Speed Racer, whose brother dies very early on. And let me tell you something. I couldn't fucking follow it.
What? Why?
This movie was all over the fucking place. Oh my god.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't watch this in the morning then.
Like, let me tell you something.
I think this is, it's very high paced and it jumps around a lot, but I also think it's easy to follow.
Also, it's ugly. It looks horrible.
What?
This
is a fantastic looking movie.
This is like PS2 at best. This looks awful. Oh my god, it hurt my eyes.
That's weird.
Not only did it hurt my eyes, but I hated the characters. They all aggravated me. I didn't give a fuck about anyone.
You are saying the opposite of everything I think about this movie.
And on top, I almost turned it off at least twice. I was about to text you, sorry, can't finish this. Can't do it.
Oh, but you can watch The Fanatic 4 times.
Yes. That movie makes me laugh for how fucking horrible it is. This just made me mad.
This is, I'm not even joking, this is in my top 10 movies.
This is in my bottom 3.
This is your worst opinion yet. By far.
I couldn't do it, man.
I don't understand. I mean, like you're hating on the visuals. Yeah, they're cartoony, but that's on purpose. And it's one of the things the movie's most praised for is just how amazing and colorful it is. It's praised for its visuals, and it's very stylized, and it's
so ugly. It's ugly.
That is such a weird thing to think.
The CG is incredibly outdated. It looks awful. The sets are. Ugh. I thought I was gonna have a fucking seizure. And on top of the characters' names being stupid, which I know isn't the movie's fault. Speed Racer and his girlfriend. What chemistry did they have? They didn't. The villain. I knew he was the villain the second he showed up. Rex being his brother. No fucking shit, Sherlock.
That's widely known.
I didn't know anything about Speed Racer going into this, but
no, there's a reason they played that story the way they did, because they knew people would know, either just because of the name, just because, duh, They knew that people would know about that, and that's why they had it happen the way it did.
Yeah, it was just look, look at me. I my plastic surgery in my face. I'm not really your brother, even though I totally am. Shut the fuck up.
My God. No, this is easily your worst opinion so far.
Like, oh my god. Like,
I'm sorry, sir, but your opinion is wrong.
let me tell you something.
Everything you've said so far, like I have notes written down that are many of which are the complete opposite of what you've said so far.
I can't tell you how much I wanted to turn this off until you're doing this on your own. I can't.
Okay, next time you have to wait until the last minute to watch a movie, don't just we'll put it off another day because you keep watching good movies in the morning and then keep coming away with awful opinions.
Yeah, this didn't do it for me, guys.
It's insane. I mean, I know you're a fake anime fan, and that's not even just a joke. That's just true. Like, the anime you love, which is Dragon Ball and Digimon, you love them to death. But then that's about it.
Yes, exactly. And I can turn my brain off and watch a movie I know is stupid. Like last night, I watched Bambi: The Reckoning. Yeah, it's about a zombie deer killing people, but that entertained me. This just made me aggravated. This just made me want to punch someone.
That's just I don't know what to do with that. It's just such a weird thing to think from because this is again, aside from some of the spiral moments, I have a fun time with this movie every single time. I never come away from that final scene without getting chills because it's honestly one of the best movie scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
No.
Yeah, you watched it wrong again. I knew you would. I knew it. Honestly, it seems like you hate stylized movies because you don't hate on Into the Spider-Verse, but you do talk negatively about it, which is also a very stylized movie.
No, I liked Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting because that one is too. So you're very inconsistent. I don't know what to do with you.
That movie was very entertaining for me.
That's why I really thought this would be kind of in that same vein. I mean, a similar thing happened with it, except unlike Scott Pilgrim, this one did get panned critically until recently. The past 6 or so years, people finally started realizing, Speed Racers.
I noticed this has a cult following, and fucking why?
I've loved this movie from the first time I saw it. And
what do you people see that I don't?
My opinion has not budged at all on this movie whatsoever. In fact, I feel like every time I watch it, I like it more. Like I said, every single time I watch the final race, I get chills. And that's something. Usually that doesn't happen. It's like, oh, you get like say you have a scene you like, you get chills a couple of times maybe, but it fades. This one gets me every single time.
Yeah, I felt nothing watching this damn movie. I didn't feel.
You watched it wrong.
You know what? I felt relief when it was over.
Worst opinion of all time.
It's just dude. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, okay, sure. Cody, why'd you make me watch this?
I'd say it was revenge for the fanatic, but this is a phenomenal movie. So you're just insane. That's all that is.
I think this is your revenge for the fanatic for me. Fuck
no,
you.
It's not. I'm still gonna get an actual revenge for that at some point. This is a legitimately, again, I'm not joking when I say this is in my top 10 movies.
Well, I want to see why you like it so much. Go for it.
Every like I said, everything you've said so far, I have notes that say the opposite. So,
all right, let's do this. Go for it.
Okay, well, starting with the visuals because this is a great looking movie. You're talking about outdated CG, but again, the movie looked the way it looks on purpose. It's not like, oh, we ran out of budget and we had to dumb things down. No, it's supposed to look like a cartoon. It was on purpose. It's really a live action cartoon. Even the way they layer the special effects in many scenes, it's constructed like a cartoon, and it's obviously extremely colorful. I hate that this movie has not gotten a 4K release yet. I also hate that it wasn't in 3D because this movie would have been fantastic in 3D. Honestly, right?
It wasn't in 3D.
It has a few scenes that make it look like it was intended to be, but then it hadn't caught on yet. This was a pre-Avatar, which was when 3D really blew up. So
didn't this come out the same day as Iron Man?
I think it was 2008, so it was right around then. It had to have been.
Oh,
because this was, I believe, intended to be the start of a franchise, but it just didn't resonate with. Actually, this was one. It got panned across the board by critics and
Viewers
real
at the
people.
time, yeah.
But yeah, more and more people are going back to this and finally realizing that, wow, I missed out on something good. The people who worked on the movie are still pretty proud of it and are like, it's nice that people are starting to come around on this movie. But I mean, I remember walking out of the theater and just being like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and it has not changed. Every time I go back to it, I think like, oh, Spritl's going to bother me so much I now hate the movie, or I don't know, the cartooniness is just not going to resonate. But every single time I go back to it, I'm just like, nope, that is still just as good as the last 17 times I watched it.
Maybe I'm just not a fan of the Wachowskis, because the only movie of theirs I've ever liked is the first Matrix.
I knew you were going to say that. Wait, what about V for Vendetta?
All right, that's all right.
Okay, I was going to say, because the
I
villain,
don't.
I mean, the villain in this is straight carried over from that. So
I don't hate V for Vendetta, so there's. I've seen it twice. But
yeah, with this one, I mean, I'm hooked right from the opening logos before the movie even starts. Like the way they just turn it into a a kaleidoscope, and then super colorful, and then they have that hint of the Speed Racer theme at the end. Like I'm already in. The movie hasn't even started, and I'm already in.
Did the Wachowskis direct V for Vendetta? Oh no, they wrote it. They wrote it. James McTeague directed it.
Oh, well, okay, maybe that's what it was. They were, I remember them being all over the marketing, so.
Well, so they were involved. You weren't wrong, but they didn't direct it.
I remember they were all over the marketing, and they shouldn't have been, because it was like, oh, marketing it like from the makers of The Matrix or whatever, I think is what the phrasing was. And then
I feel like the only movie of theirs people generally love is the original Matrix.
That is the one that gets the most love across the board, yes.
Understandably so.
I mean, it changed movies. You can't deny that.
Oh no, the original Matrix is an absolute classic. We may talk about that someday.
I'm sure we will. That's one of my most watched movies is the first Matrix.
I don't blame you.
When I was in middle school, I am not even joking, I used to watch that movie every single day.
Because it's awesome.
And that should not be rated R, so you're like, what, you were in middle school watching a rated R movie every single... There's no reason for that movie to be rated R.
It's just like Halo shouldn't have been rated M.
But actually, by the same logic, I don't think Speed Racer should have been rated PG. I think it should have been PG-13.
I mean...
It's not it's not that bad, but I mean, during the final race, he says, get that weak shit off my track. Like,
yeah,
how did you get that into a PG movie?
Yes.
Yeah, so and like I said, I'm not even, I will read this note verbatim. Extremely fast paced, but easy to follow. Like right the opposite of what you said.
Yeah, see, I'm glad you could follow it, because I was like, what the fuck is going on half the time?
I mean, it makes it clear whose flashback you're in. Like, even when it jumps around, it doesn't just quickly jump to a
especially
flashback.
Especially at the beginning of the movie, where it's like, oh, here's the current race, here's the flashback, current race, flashback. I was like, oh my god.
I love that, the way that it does it. I mean, there's times that movies do that same thing and it does not work. I feel like that's not the case with this, because it shows you it opens with Speed sitting before that initial race.
The fact that his name is actually Speed bothers me.
Well, there's a old anime for you.
Granted, that's not the movie's fault, so
no, they didn't.
I get that.
They didn't change the characters' names around. They just used them, even Mom and Pops.
Yeah.
Which are their names.
I honest to God forgot John Goodman was in this movie.
No, and that's another thing is, like you're saying, you didn't care about anybody, and I thought the casting in this was great, and I love the characters, except Spritle. And I can't hate on Chim Chim. He's just a little chimp who did what he was told.
Okay, yeah, he's a monkey, and monkeys are adorable, so, you know.
But, I mean, I thought Susan Sarandon and John Goodman as Mom and Pops were great. Christina Ricci did a great job as Trixie, just being bubbly and helpful the whole time.
I did not give a shit about their relationship whatsoever.
And then I liked that they didn't do the whole will they won't they BS, and that wasn't part of this movie at all.
They were just together.
Yes, and I appreciated that. This movie did not need a will they won't they thing, and it didn't do that. So I was grateful for that. And then just John Goodman's line delivery in particular, out of all of the actors, is insanely
I
genuine,
think
and
the
it
only
brings.
part of the movie I genuinely liked was when he beat up the ninja. But I'm also like, why the fuck are there ninjas in this movie?
Because anime, again, you gotta start watching some real anime. Because if that happened, again, this movie is it's really it's just an anime turned into live action and very successfully.
I'm gonna
But no,
agree with
John
you on
Goodman's
that
line
one.
delivery in this is so genuine in this cartoony, over the top world that I think it really grounds things. And like he
Well, that,
does not phone it in at all in any of his scenes.
well, that's John Goodman for you.
But it's just the fact that he's in this insane world, and then he's just so real, and I love all of his scenes. Just like Susan Sarandon has that scene where she comes in when Speed's feeling down about the revelation of, which I guess you probably didn't follow because you can't follow this movie. But and it doesn't matter. When she comes in to cheer him up, just her dialogue and her delivery is also fantastic. I have so many positive things to say about this movie. It's insane.
I'm glad you like this movie. I just didn't.
I love this movie.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like is an understatement. This is a phenomenal movie, and I feel like there's 2 or 3 Spritle and Chim Chim scenes that can go, and it will be an even better movie.
I would.
I don't mind him
probably
being in
still
it.
hate it.
I don't mind him being in it as comic relief, but they use him too much and they focus too much on him, and that's when I get a little annoyed. But it's still fun. It's just out of place.
Like, oh my god, the scene where he was just in the trunk. I was like,
Yeah, that's straight out of the cartoon.
I was just like, oh my god, go the fuck
But it was
away.
the fact I always think about what if Speed had crashed? What if Speed had crashed during that scene?
That would have been so wrong.
But again, it's straight out of the cartoon. They had to get it in there. I thought that him being in the trunk when Speed and Trixie were alone was going to be okay. We got that out of the way, but then he's in the trunk during one of the actual races, and I'm like, oh no, they did that thing.
Here's the thing too. I've had such a good week, right? I got a Switch 2. I've been playing Donkey Kong. I don't want to get into my personal life too much, but if you know, you know.
Yes,
Then this shit. This just soured my mood. Like, on so many levels, this just soured my mood. And look, if you guys like this movie, I'm happy you do. Honestly, genuinely, you enjoy what you enjoy, right? But this ain't for me.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten through half my points here yet.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you have the floor.
We kind of jumped through the whole movie, so it's a little it's a little disjointed now. But there's just so many moments in this movie that I love. During the flashback with Speed and Rex, that's happening during the first race. Rex's smirk when Speed times his punch before the jump always gets me. Just this brotherly love. And like the opening race, which you said you don't like because it jumps around so much, I thought it very successfully set the tone for what kind of movie this is. Off the rails, high octane, thrill ride, which is exactly what it is. And the jumping back and forth between Speed's present day race and Rex's old race, where it ends with them ghost racing against each other, and then Speed letting Rex keep the record at the end. Like everything about that is just perfect, and I don't know how you don't love that.
It just made me want to turn the movie off.
It's one of the best opening scenes I've ever seen, and the closing scene is one of the best scenes period I've ever seen.
I got nothing for you there, bro. It did not click with me.
I mean, the first race is over, and you already know where everybody stands on the relevant plot points between, like, it shows Speed's flashback, Trixie's flashback, Mom and Pop's flashback, and you know what the stakes are for this movie before the first race is even over.
Like, the best way to describe this is honest to God one of my least favorite movie experiences of all time.
That's so insane to me.
I really hated this movie.
Okay, come back in 10 years when you're a little more grown up.
Yeah, when I'm in my 40s. Like, I haven't been.
That's a lot of people. That's what happens. A lot of people watch it, say, like, as a teenager or whatever, and didn't love it, and they came back to it later, and they're like, "Oh, never mind. This movie's phenomenal."
Like, there was the only other movie that gave me such a negative reaction, and I'm not even going to say Dragon Ball Evolution, was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's another really loved movie. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other on that one, but
that was a movie.
That is another.
Well, granted, I hate musicals generally, so
I'm gonna make you watch one at some point.
that was a movie that I had to pause and go on a 45-minute rant because it made me that mad.
To who? Who was there with you?
My uncle and my ex-girlfriend.
Huh.
My ex-girlfriend wanted me to watch it, and my uncle was like, Frankie, I'm actually excited to see how much you're going to hate this movie.
So she broke up with you the next day.
Oh, God. That's
the people
a whole
who love
other
that movie. The people who love that movie lived that movie. So if your ex-girlfriend loved that movie, like, you lost her that day.
Good. Her opinions are terrible.
Your opinions are terrible.
I disagree.
Well, of course you do. You've got terrible opinions.
Well, no.
Okay, again, I still have a lot of shots I haven't mentioned. Most of which are during the first freaking race. Jesus. The shot when Mom drops her wine glass after seeing that Rex died, and Speed crying in her arms right after. That moment always gets me. It's just like, how do you not feel anything? I don't understand.
I felt nothing for any of these people.
That's so ridiculous.
I more just wanted it to be over than anything.
Maybe you shouldn't watch anime.
I probably shouldn't.
I don't understand. Why is it Dragon Ball and Digimon are the ones that click with you, and then just probably
because of nostalgia.
Huh.
If I'm being honest.
I mean, because I would say, like, oh, that's why I liked the Speed Racer movie so much, because it very successfully brought the old cartoon into the real world. But I didn't watch it enough for it to be a nostalgia thing. And by the time this movie came out, I was 16, 17?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because it came out in 2008. So I have no attachment to Speed Racer. Like, I don't give a shit about the source material. That's probably why I didn't click with Hogwarts Legacy all that much either.
You don't like Harry Potter?
I don't dislike Harry Potter. I'm not like a fan, if that makes sense.
That's kind of how I am with Star Wars, I guess. So
I'm like, oh, if they're on, cool, I'll watch them. But I don't like go out of my way to watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Apparently, like, again, that's kind of how I am with Star Wars, and people keep praising what's that show that just came out, season 2?
Andor, I think.
Andor, yes, Andor. I watched the first few episodes of season 1, and I could not get into it. But people are praising the hell out of season 2, and are just like, you have to watch this. This is one of the best pieces of media, and it's definitely one of the best Star Wars pieces of media. And I'm just like, but I couldn't get through the first 3 episodes.
That's rough, buddy.
Have you watched Andor?
No, I haven't at all. I haven't touched it.
So yeah, I don't know. So I'm just. So you said you couldn't follow the story. I assume that means you couldn't follow what the twist with the racing industry actually was.
Okay,
yeah. So
I blanked out, dude. There was a point where I just blanked out.
Because again, that's a really cool scene when Royalton goes on his villain monologue, revealing that yes, obviously he's the villain. That wasn't really a secret. It was kind of early on that you weren't supposed to be like, oh, is this a good guy?
The second he showed up, I was like, okay, so you're the villain.
Well, he's got villain face.
He really does, though.
But again, you're not supposed to really be surprised that he's the villain. That's why it's not like if it had been later in the movie, but it wasn't. It was, I think, 40,
it wasn't even an hour in.
Yeah, and reveals to Speed, who obviously loves racing and his whole family loves racing, that all of the Grand Prix for I think he said the past 50 years had been
rigged,
manipulated to control the stock market.
Like the 2020 election, according to somebody.
Well,
and people still believe that.
But okay, but did you get that at least? That's what was happening with that?
I caught that, yeah.
Wow. Because that's actually one of the harder scenes to follow because of how long the rant is. But no, that's not the part that's cool. It's I think it was Ocean's 11 that kind of does the same thing, where it's saying, here's the thing that we're going to do, here's what's going to happen. And while you're hearing what's going to happen, you're seeing it actually happen later. Not an idea of what might happen, but what's actually happening later.
Yeah, it does. They did do that in Ocean's 11, didn't they?
And it was that kind of a thing, and I thought it worked well here, because even after you see everything that happens, it still comes back to the scene with Royalton saying to Speed what's going to happen, and Speed still walking out like, oh no, now we know that's going to happen, but Speed still obviously turns him down.
Yeah.
There's one nostalgic moment I had when I first saw this movie, and it was when it first showed off the gadgets, right before the Casa Cristo. and it's showing like all the gadgets that are getting installed into his car, which most of which were from the cartoon. And that I had not seen the show in a long time when I first saw this movie. But even those, I was like, I remember those. And he actually uses every single one of those gadgets except the bird thing, which is funny because the bird thing.
I completely blanked out, dude. What'd you say?
What is wrong with you this morning? Aside from hating a great movie, now you're just not even here.
Dude, what did you say?
I'm not saying all of that again.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'll agree with you.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do you need a hug?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
What is wrong with you today?
Oh shit! I don't know. I'm gonna ask my therapist later.
Something's off, man. No, I was just saying that I did have a nostalgic moment when I first saw that movie, and it was when it showed off the gadgets. That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. I can see why.
If there's any bit of nostalgia I got when I first saw this movie, it was like, oh, those gadgets, I remember them.
I'll admit, I did kind of smile when they were making the Mach 6 and you heard the instrumental, the Speed Racer theme. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
My brain remembers that.
That was about it, though. That was like the only thing that clicked with me, aside from John Goodman beating up a ninja.
More like a nanja.
That is what he said, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's a shame what passes for ninjas these days.
Oh, gosh. But,
well,
if you guys couldn't tell, Cody really hates this movie, and I love it.
Jeez. Let's not flip the script here. Frankie has a terrible opinion. Something's wrong with him today, clearly.
Evidently.
I do wonder whose body was in Rex's place, though. Because there was a body.
Yeah, they said that.
Just like, whose?
I don't know.
But yeah, okay. So back on the Rex twist, when they made this movie, they knew most people would either figure out that Racer X was Rex, because honestly, Racer Rex.
Racer Rex or Racer X?
It's Racer X, but if you Racer X.
Yeah,
it's like they knew that even if people went into this and didn't know, they'd probably figure it out. But they also knew that a lot of people would be familiar enough with the original cartoon to know that yes, Racer X is Rex, because duh. So that's why they threw in the twist where it's like, oh wait, no, he's not. And then at the end, it comes back and reveals, yes, he actually is. That they did that so it could be like a double whammy of a twist.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like in Winter Soldier, where everyone knew Bucky Barnes was a Winter Soldier.
Actually, I didn't. Well, I wasn't going to, but then I heard somebody say it, and I was like, see, I wouldn't have known that.
In adaptations like this, it's hard to not know this stuff going in.
Yeah, but a lot of this movie is original content. Like obviously the whole serious plot's not something you're going to find in an old anime like that.
But I don't know what they pulled from source material, what they didn't. I just knew it looked ridiculous.
It was just the over the top, balls to the wall craziness is really what they were trying to pull off, and I think they successfully did that. And it looks like that on purpose. Again, one of the things this movie's praised the most for is the way it looks. If you go back to the old reviews, people were hating on it for that back then, but now going back, now people are loving it for that. And again, I have thought that from the first time I saw this movie. I've always loved this movie, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna always love this movie.
Yeah, well, I don't.
And even if I somehow get your wrong opinion, if I catch your wrong opinion,
it's like it's a disease or some shit.
It must be, because ew. But even if that somehow happens, I don't see myself suddenly hating the final scene, that final race, because I rank it. You're gonna hate me for this. I rank it up there with the T-Rex breakout scene. I love that final scene that much.
You are just a menace to society.
No, right. If I had to, and I'm sure there's another scene up there, but when I watched this final breakout, my God, when I watched this final race, I'm like that. Yeah, this is up there. The T-Rex breakout scene is obviously still the best scene of all time. I don't think that's going to go anywhere, but this one is up there.
Well, I am glad you like it. Now, what do we talk about next time?
I don't know. You've already tormented me enough, and apparently I accidentally got you back with a good movie, so I can't even imagine where you're going to go with this.
I'm actually not going to be a shithead this time. I think I'm going to be nice today. So, I'm going to lay out my options of 3 for you, okay?
Okay. Is it going to be as obvious as last time when you didn't say the name and you just described the movie and I was like, I know what you're talking about?
No. I'm going to give you 3 choices. We could be another Will Smith alien movie with Men in Black. We can break the fourth wall with Deadpool. Or we could do robots fighting giant kaiju. Take your pick.
Seeing as Pacific Rim was already on my list.
Pacific Rim it is. All right. All right, guys. Next week we're going to be... I never saw the second one. This will be fun.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I'm going to pretend it's not real. So...
You can do that.
Next time we meet,
Cloud,
guys,
you always got to get a word in, Cloud.
Next time we're going to talk about Pacific Rim. So we'll see you guys then. Take care.